Okay, we'll look at an example here of a great circle where we're having to calculate distance, initial and final courses and the vertex. And we're going from position A, which is Dunderhead, to position B, which is Cape Lewin. And we're going from a northern hemisphere to the southern hemisphere. So what we have to be careful of here, when we work out our values PA and PB, PA will be the initial latitude minus 90 degrees, and PB will be the initial or final latitude plus 90 degrees. So we have to be a bit careful how we name PA and PB. And then of course we've got the D-long as well. Once we've established those values, we can now work out our distance, which we'll be using to work out the courses with the formulas. So the first step is reasonably straightforward. Now before we work out the courses, hopefully you can see that the values that we should get for the initial course, we're going in a northeasterly direction. So we name it, regardless of the value that we get, we name it northeast. And because we've changed hemispheres, then the final course is named the same as the hemisphere, south, so the final course will be named southeasterly. So we'll name this one northeasterly using the formulas, and that one southeasterly because we've changed hemispheres. So we put the information into the formula for our initial course, and it comes out as 143.5 degrees. So north 143.5 east, therefore the course has to be 143.5 degrees true. And what that's telling us is that the vertex has to now be considered before our initial position, because our course isn't in a northeasterly direction, it's actually in a southeasterly direction, but we've named it northeast and it correctly gives us the initial course of 143.5. So we've established that the vertex must be before the initial position. Final course, as I mentioned before, we must name it southeast, so it comes out as 45.8. So the final course is 134.2. And as I put there, because PAB, so we're talking about the angle, PAB is greater than 90, the vertex lies outside the triangle on this side. So this will be the vertex here. Now there is another way of calculating the initial and final courses, which I've written down here. And this way of course has the advantage that you don't need to calculate the distance to work them out, and you just simply use the latitudes, as long as you understand how to name them correctly. Initial course will be the initial latitude here with the sign changed. Final course, A, is the final latitude with the sign changed. And of course the final course, because we're working out an azimuth, then we have to change it from northwest to southeast. So that's another way you can get the course. Then now we've got the initial course, we can use that value to work out our latitude and longitude of the vertex. So we use the initial course, initial position, gives us our latitude, and then we can use the values again to get the D-long and apply that for the vertex, and you'll see that the vertex is actually named westerly because it's before our initial position.